tu hin sipai hoin dayum lautain no mai khadang agari vina tat uve angai na zo hipo ye hita no mai khai chemo ta hi no mai khadang hita kun adi thai mo po ye center force hoi lang nei be sevin upai am ta po ye no mai khadang gari na tat vini tin dai lo ta mi hitin a bolu ve
It is very sad. I mean, they haven't spared women and children. They're trying to enroll the will on the people of Moreh.
Why is Moreh so important?
Why Moreh? That is something the state government, central government has to answer. This is not fair, nor is it right for the people of Moreh. That very definition of discrimination is the starting point. Disrespect on the Kukis or people, the tribals in Manipur, is the starting point of all the problems that has started from Meiteis. How dare you? How dare you, go for a peaceful rally? See, who are the Meiteis, who are the Kukis to control trade? Every borderland or people who share international boundary will have problem of migrants, problem of whatever that you can look at, right? Smuggling. Who is supporting those people? And there are no saints in Manipur. Just mark my word, there are no saints in Manipur.
Friends, welcome to DYNT News. Today we are having with us HRH Lenn. Lenn Chongloi had been with us on our show previously also. Today he is going to discuss a burning issue that is happening in Manipur right now. Moreh is burning, as we all know. But why is Moreh burning? What is the nuances behind this new spate of violence that has started in Moreh? That is something that HRH Lenn is going to tell us. So friends, DYNT News, please subscribe and like and share. DYNT means Democratize Our Nation Today, and our tagline, Awaken One Human at a Time. So Lenn, welcome to our show. First question to you is, what is the update? What is happening right now in Moreh?
Sheikh, Moreh is in a bad shape. The constitution derive its power from the people. The people of Moreh doesn't want the commandos, and they have stated very clearly they have given their representation, but they are being forced to accept the commandos, who are even at peacetime known to do fake encounters and have been involved in excesses with the public, even in Infal and otherwise, right? So they didn't want these commandos, but then commandos are being forced upon them, like other districts in the hills. So today, a woman has died because she was crushed by the cash bowl. And it is very sad. I mean, they haven't spared women and children. They're trying to enroll the will on the people of Moreh. By the volunteers, and some of the people involved are the commandos, and the Indian Assam Rifles seems to be involved in trying to separate the two, or are they trying to enforce the will of the state government? We don't know. That is up to them to answer. But we have heard reports of even commandos being killed and then firing. From which side, we don't know. So the claim from Infal media would be that Kuki militants are shooting, the legitimate armed forces or state forces. For a person who doesn't know the final details, that might sound quite credible. But then those people who are standing guard are people who don't trust the commando or the state force. Because in Infal and otherwise, they've been compromised and they've been seen to kind of take sides. So the commandos are an unwelcome force. Maybe you can have the Indian, paramilitary forces or even the Assam Rifles. So that is where the whole problem starts. So we have sadly, loss of life today, and the women, children, sadly, today, they're not sleeping. They're not secured by the fact that commandos are there in Moreh. So yes, Moreh is burning. It's very sad. So that's how the status is. We're awaiting reports from Moreh, but hopefully, sense will prevail.
Why is Moreh so important?
See, Moreh is important fact for the fact that Moreh is the gateway to the international trade, and India's pivot to the India's Act East policy, right? So the Asian countries are linkage. The trilateral highway passes through Moreh, and Moreh has always been a trade center or a border town, which has the potential to make or break the Act East policy. Now, why is Moreh so important to the Meiteis? They have to answer. But then Moreh doesn't belong to any other community. The land had always belonged to the Kukis, right? And so, in many ways, if Moreh has to be, an important place for the Meiteis or for any other communities in the Northeast or for mainland India, of any person from across the globe, it will be important because it's a trade center, and trade centers doesn't thrive on violence. It'll thrive only if there's peace and there is sharing of the goods, and also trying to make the town of Moreh grow. So there are twin cities, right? Tamu and Moreh, and these two cities will have kind of be a blessing for even Meiteis, Kuki, even any other trader or businessman or entrepreneur, if it is peaceful. I don't know in whose wisdom are they fomenting trouble in Moreh. So the reason being, now there is a lot of problems that is happening between the two communities. The Kuki side see this problem as being thrust upon them by the Meiteis. The Meiteis will have a different perspective. But until that is solved, in whose wisdom are the Meitei commandos being placed in Moreh? When they are not placed in either of the other towns and cities that we have. So Changkui, there are no commandos. Why Moreh? That is something the state government, central government has to answer. This is not fair, nor is it right for the people of Moreh, because the people of Moreh have the final say on who they want in their place, because it's not a normal time.
But Len, this is also information that is supplied to us that Meiteis are not happy that cookies are busting the drug trade, the narco terrorism that happens in Moreh, and most of the drugs from Burma comes into India through Moreh only. That is something Meiteis want to control. Your thoughts on that?
See, who are the Meiteis, who are the Kukis to control drug trade?
Mm.
In America, there is the DEA, and in India we have the narcotics, department or the bureau. That is not my job, nor that of a Meitei, right? But then in the normal societies that we have, the Meira Paibis, even there are the church, and then there are women groups among the cookies who catch hold of, forget about the drugs, who catch hold of people are drinking. They even stop, liquor, even the local liquor from being sold. That is not the issue, Sheikh, because any border town, if you look at it, it always have this problem. See the Mexican-U.S. border, the Colombian and other borders, and also if you go down to Mizoram, even if you go down to Bangladesh border, every borderland or people who share international boundary will have problem of drug, problem of migrants, problem of whatever that you can look at, right? Smuggling. So whose job it is? We also are totally against people dealing in drugs. We're not supporting them. We don't like them. I consider them people without you know, any community. They are just parasites to the society. Who is supporting those people? And there are no saints in Manipur. Just mark my word. There are no saints in Manipur. Who is involved? Which community? That is a subject of so many discussions. But there are no saints. Maybe the Kukis, the Meiteis, the Pangans, even the Nagas, even anybody. They could be involved. But are they involved as a community? No. They are involved as an individual. So these guys need to be treated for what they deserve. They should be treated as an individual drug smuggler or a person who is peddling drugs, which is not good for our society, nor for any society. So the law has its own recourse. Let the law take its own course, and then let's take care of these people, right? But the moment you make drug, people are peddling drug as a Kuki, a Naga, or a Meitei, I have a problem because a Meitei or a Naga or a Kuki don't peddle drugs. It's that individual who is an outcast normally in that society. Nobody welcomes a drug peddler or somebody in the church. Nor I think even the Meiteis would be the same. Pangans, I think they would have the same problem with people who are selling drugs or dealing in drugs. But Manipur society, as there are no saints, somehow the level of vigilance or the kind of people who should step up has kind of gone down. So I don't know. I mean, Brinda has a very different say in terms of drugs in Manipur. She's pointing her fingers directly at Biren, and then Biren has a different thing. He says he's fighting drugs. Now, who to believe? As far as my information goes, or the kind of intel that I have, there are no saints in Manipur. So the central government and people who should be taking care of this should look into it. Maybe an investigation is required.
Yeah, we see also videos of MPC seeking approval of Biren Singh to fire on civilians. Also, there is another video which has gone viral where Biren Singh is saying that go
Yeah.
after the cookies in Moreh. Your thoughts on that?
MPC is what? Come again on that aspect?
Manipur Police Commando. Manipur
Oh, you
Police
call them
Commando, or
MPC?
we can also say
Oh, that
Meteis
sounds
Police Commando.
no, that sounds very nice. You know what? I still have a mark here. Even if you talk to them, they would have hit you. That's the kind of force we're dealing with. All the rogues, all the people who are the worst kind of people in the state, and people who have deserted the ranks in the underground finds a place in the commando ranks. Okay, maybe there is a strange a black event, right? A black swan case where some good people are there in the commandos, but mostly commandos are considered to be a rogue force by all the Manipuris. Even Meteis have endured their share of pain from the commandos. Now, why do you send those wonderful people to Moreh? It doesn't make sense. Now, what Biren says, I will repeat Ojoi saying something about Biren. He said, Ojoi is a respected politician. He said, Biren Haibu Waro, which means what Biren says, is this even worth listening to? Is it worth it? So I would say that for Biren, yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to listen to him. If I were him, I would have resigned long time back.
But then, Len, it is quite evident
Yeah.
now that the central government is complicit. And without, I think they have also sent the non-military helicopter aid for Moreh so that more Meteis police commandos can be sent. They haven't yet sent the heavy artillery, ammunition loaded helicopter, but at least to do basic uh, lifting and giving aid, this support has been given to Viren Singh government by Amit Shah. What do you think about this development? And also, I want you to address another thing is that I think 12 institutions have been burnt, schools have been burnt, a church has been burnt, and these are all Kuki areas. Yet there is ambiguous reporting. They're saying militants have done it, but the question arises: why would the Kuki militants burn their own building or places of worship or their schools?
Sheikh, we've been fighting this bunch of yellow journalists for quite some time now. When Tonsing was burned, the report goes that 2,000 cookies were waiting for Tonsing, who is half a Meitei, half a cookie, whose mother is like a Meitei, right, and then auntie, and father happens to be a cookie. So the report goes that there was a leakage in terms of intel, and then when they brought him down, cookies were waiting for him, and then they burned the child who is shot by the Meiteis. just like that. And that's the kind of reporting that we have seen in Manipur, right? So for this specific instance, I also have gone through the whatever news reporting that I've seen. It is not even laughable. It is just too disappointing and sad. Who in the world would believe that the whoever they call the militants or people who are guarding the public, would burn down those houses? It's just senseless. I mean, but people from across the globe, people who don't know what's what, might consider it a possibility. But anybody who's from India who knows anything about the Northeast, about Moreh and about the problem in Manipur, I think would have roll of, they call it ROFL, right? Would have roll of the floor and laugh. Just laughable. Now, the fact remains that when the reporting, even yesterday and today, they were attacking a Kuki village somewhere near Kangchu, and the national media is playing its furry games again. They're blaming the Kukis for burning Kuki houses, which is like me telling the whole world that I burned my own house, and then I'm blaming the Meiteis, who is probably my neighbor. It's senseless. Now, when it comes to the burning of those things, I think there is a very clear report that the SSP in charge and some of the people were burning it as a retaliation, right? And then, when it comes to the news coming from Moreh, all we survive, all that we have is a Twitch-stone, and the people who fight for what is right and who are speaking out what is the real ground report are the guys on Twitter, the guys that we guys work with, right? So they're doing their best to counter this kind of false narrative. But I think I'm getting sick of this false narrative, right? So there's a guy in the CM's office, the Chief Information Officer, the DIPR. They're very good at confirming lies. That is the very reason why the problem in the north, the Manipur problem is festering. Now, there was the one snippet that I want to give you. Now, after they burned those houses, churches, obviously by the commandos, because there are no Meiteis. Those Meiteis are basically commandos. So there is a suspicion that Arambai Tengor could be inserted in those ranks, maybe given those badges. I don't know. That is the kind of insinuation that we get. Now, when they burned it down, right? So it's basically Meitei commandos burning those Kuki houses and villages. Because the volunteers, if they're involved, they're there to protect the people. Why should they be burning it down? Now, now the fire what do you call vehicle who came and doused the fire was from Myanmar.
Burma.
Yeah, Burma. So I don't know. Myanmar guys are now better than those people who we share the same name, the Manipuri tag. I don't know what's going on. The CM is in Imphal, and all he has done for Moreh is Moreh people are saying, leave us alone. These are troubled times where we don't trust Meteis, where Meteis don't trust Cookies. At least leave us alone so that when peace comes, we can talk. This is a border town. Yes, the whole land is owned by the Cookies, and it was given to other people also to build their houses and make it into a cosmopolitan Moreh. Maybe that is the future for Moreh. But at this point, when there are troubles, it is incumbent upon the government of India and government of Manipur to use not only their emotions, but their rational thinking and their hearts. Because the people who are there in Moreh are Indian citizens who don't want rogue forces like the commandos. That's it.
Yeah. Acha, Len, one more hypocrisy we see here. Assam Rifles has ran over, the Casper vehicle ran over the Kuki woman and the other woman protesters there, as children were also there. But it does not do such thing to the Meira Paibis. The Meira Paibis, there are videos that have surfaced where we have seen Meira Paibis accompanying the Meiteis police commandos, armed by Tengal and other terrorist outfits, as well as other units, accompanying them to attack Moreh. Your thoughts on this hypocrisy?
Sheikh, this is what we are fighting, right? The problem of Manipur is perhaps exemplified by this incident. You have tens of thousands of Meira Paibis blocking the road, stopping not only relief, medicine, and supplies to the hills, right? Which is the highest form of violation of human rights, right? And also they have the audacity to check the I cards of Jawans. तू कहाँ से आया? तेरा I card दिखाओ. So those people, they don't have the guts to even question them. Now, when it comes to the cookies or people, they will run them over using the Casper. So the two difference in the approach is really what defines the problem of Manipur. The discrimination, the kind of law enforcement, the kind of outlook that even the Assam Rifles have on the cookies or people, and for the Meiteis, these two incidents, the difference in the way they treat us, is perhaps the very way to look at the problem of Manipur. Discrimination is right there staring on your face. Assam Rifles, we appreciated them for the way they handle, and then we thank them for evacuating and also trying to kind of create the buffer zone so that we don't fight. We appreciated that. But in Moreh, they have no bloody business big there. Are they? Where in the hell have you seen this thing, Sheikh? A person with a gun is protected by a person holding another gun.
Yeah,
Commando
yeah.
के पास औकात नहीं है तो भागो भाई. So commandos are with guns, lethots, mortars, and then these guys are being guarded by another Assam Rifles. क्या चल रहा है भाई? इतना डरपोक है तो छोड़ दो. Come back to Imphal. So these kind of funny things that is happening in Manipur, and then the Assam Rifles needs to wake up. Next time, the Kuki volunteers, out of the emotions, they must be able to control themselves. A mother has died. A child is crying tonight alone. A family is grieving. So that is what you do for the cookies or people. I don't know if if they have stopped this vehicle the way the Meira Paibis have stopped. So the way if that is the yardstick of how the Assam Rifles are supposed to respond, then we'll see what hundreds of Meira Paibis below the Casper every day. चल क्या रहा है? India needs to know this difference. That very definition of discrimination is the starting point. Disrespect on the cookies or people, the tribals in Manipur, is the starting point of all the problems that has started from May 3. How dare you? How dare you, go for a peaceful rally? How dare you oppose a demand for ST? Those are the reasons how Manipur problem started. So it's very sad. I pray to God that the family, I don't know. I mean, I was shocked when I saw that thing. She was literally mowed down, and she died there. It's very sad.
So one last question to you. We constantly see that the education of the cookies or students is always under attack. Either they're not being allowed to give exams, or either they're not given marks, or they're deliberately failed. Right now, education institutes are being burned down. CBSC affiliation is being taken away from the schools in Lamka area and other Kuki-dominated areas of Manipur. What do you think about this? Because we have already discussed this once, but just to rejig public memory, if you would like to comment on this.
Sheikh, education can be looked at two, three angles, but then education is also perhaps the only vehicle that provides upward mobility, right? And there is also this politics of education and also the sociology of education, right? So why they are attacking students or why they're trying to harm their future? That can only be answered by those people engaged in that, but I can only speculate, right? I mean, that's not going to help, but then they're trying to thwart or kind of, stop our research scholars from finishing their PhDs. My cousin is involved there. My niece is doing a wonderful study on Kumdis in Lokta. Now, if they chase her away from Manipur University, maybe Lokta will never get to see or benefit from the research that she's doing. She's a, topper in her JRF and all that. And another niece of mine, she is an English honors this thing. She can't graduate because all her other friends, they have got her mark sheet. Nagas have got their mark sheets, the Meiteis have got their results declared. But she is in Delhi and she wants to pursue MA English. She couldn't because her results are being withheld by Dhanamanjuri University now, which used to be a college. So what will they gain? Yes, they might probably delay their graduation by a few years, or they haven't burned certificates from from of the students in MU and other places they have got. I think this is just too silly on the part of people attacking those students by burning their documents or by delaying their results. एक ना एक दिन तो result भी वो हो जाएगा, will be declared, and certificates can be can be applied again and you can get it back. I mean, the people involved in doing that silly stuff are basically headless. अकल का ठिकाना नहीं है मतलब. Anyway,
No,
but then yes,
but
I'll come
I
back.
yeah, come back.
They disturb their academic year. That is bad enough. But in terms of CVs and other things, if you guys are not taking care of people's life, do you think you would even care for the education? Now, we are resilient people. We are fighting back, and then with the case of CBSE, आप Manipur board से कुछ giving them any attention. If they ask for a CBSE board, where does it hurt you? It's just a sinister, very lame. What would I say? Being
Controlling.
just
Controlling attitude. Controlling
the
attitude.
attitude is like they're just like
You are our
May-
property. Cookies are
It's like,
property of Meiteis.
I don't know. The mindset is like
Cookies are properties
abusive
of
husband.
Meiteis.
No, the mindset is like abusive husband who wouldn't even give a divorce to her wife. We're not their wives. We are their saviors. They have lost us. I don't know
Len.
what will they do
No,
without
Len,
us.
you are downplaying it. I think there's an article by Makepeace Sitlo also, where she says
Yeah.
that Manipur State Police, Manipur Police Commondos, they have abused and manhandled Kuki women as prostitute. So I think it is part of same.
No,
You are property.
there is a dichotomy in the relationship. Okay, like Manlo, they feel inside they are like a superior Meitei race or whatever bullshit they think they are. But every office they go to, all their sirs, all their babus, people they say hello sir, are all cookies are cookies old people. It must have hurt them. We didn't realize. But I think it's time to wake up.
True, true.
You need us, we need you. Perhaps peace is always solution. But with your, Nazi supremacist view, you cannot have friends like that. I have so many friends, but then I wouldn't want to talk to them now because inside a Meitei normally has this supremacist view that I'm a how and he's a Meitei. Mang e khole. Doesn't make sense because the cookies, through their resilience, through their studies, they have risen up and they will not just fall down. And we use a lot of our head, right? And we study so that we can use our knowledge. We don't study to get a job. No, we do study to kind of, do something and just pass by in a job. No. When a cookie studies, he studies to understand the concepts. That's why we do better than other people, a lot of other people. I'm not trying to, so-called that the cookies are much more brilliant. Yes, maybe in some cases, yes. Say some Meiteis are good. But overall, in terms of education, we have done well. I think they want to attack that. So it's okay. It's not going to last.
Yeah, agree. So it's like English education has always been seen as the battleground of forward community, be it upper caste Muslim or upper caste Hindu or Meitei or upper caste Christians. Okay, now the tribal Christians are also getting educated in English and they are doing well. That is something obviously the caste society will never accept and racist society never accepts it. No, thank you for giving your time to us. Friends, please share this video and like this video. Please subscribe to our channel, DYNT, Democratize Our Nation Today. Awaken one human at a time. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, Jake.